Hello everybody, this is Frogman and welcome back to Engineer's Life 2. We kind of got a couple of things set up last episode, so let's go over here and kind of see exactly what I did after the fact. We built the plant gatherer and the, what is this thing in here? I forget all this stuff already. Plant sower. I have since got it to where they're producing a reasonably decent amount of potatoes and the industrial hemp. And I've kind of gone ahead and automated it slightly. We'll talk about that in just a second. You're not working as fast as you should be. Why? What is going on? Oh, I know what's going on. It's called the fact that this chunk loading problem is not working correctly in the way that I want it to work. So let's grab all that. And we'll put this in here. And I've actually kind of been waiting on this to happen. So very cool, very wonderful. That's exactly what I wanted to see. So, all right. So what I did do a little bit in between episodes is I went ahead and just made another network storage route. And I went and wired in a bunch of cabling into this so that we can then kind of we're just going to use a simple storage network for this process, because in order to be able to keep down on the items flowing around the base, I think we're going to be using either this or something else as far as trying to keep things just from being all over the place. So I have an export cable here that is set to export the hemp and the potatoes into this little plant sower so that we're keeping that well stocked. And then the cable is wandering all the way over here to a storage controller that has a link cable on the bottom of it, a drawer controller, excuse me, that has a link cable on the bottom of it so that it can pull in and pull out things from that point. And of course, we have a couple of just storage drawers at this point sitting here. I haven't filled this hole in yet, mainly because I'm not quite exactly certain if I'm done with this, but it's at least functional. So we're also at this point not saving the sludge. I love how that works. I'm not saving the sludge that comes out of here. I'm just pulling it basically with a full fluid pump, fluid pump into a liquid trash can so that we can then deal with the little problem of that thing. So since I finally got the nasty, stinky potatoes, let's see if I can get this other thing to work for me for just a second. So export cable. Yes, that's what we want. And then we're going to run over here and get that trash can that I have sitting right here, and it's going to just become part of the network by doing the simplest of things. So I want to get rid of this. So what I'm going to do, I think, is we'll just put trash can right there. Yeah. And then export there. Yes. Excellent. Cool. Great. You just get rid of those things and I won't ever care. Now that should work unless I have to actually put them into storage, which that's going to be silly. And in which case, what I'll probably do is I'll just put another storage thingy. See, what's happening is it's getting stuck because it's got a poisonous potato. And it's silly because it has to put it into the storage and then pull it back out before it can do anything. So I may actually have to do something entirely on the point that I don't want to do. So let's say, I guess what we can do is I should have another drawer, right? Yeah, I have another drawer. We can just put another drawer down. And do I have my sleeping bag on me? Good, 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 good. Let's go do it this way. Since I don't care, and I should have in my inventory a drawer key, thank you. We'll put this down, and I will just you have a shovel, use it. Since I don't care, we'll just put it right there, and then we'll put the poisonous potatoes in it, and then that should move that stuff back and forth. So let's see. Goodbye, and we'll go goodbye for this for right now, at least on this point. And we'll take a nap and check on it and make sure it's... Alrighty, let's see. What did we get? Eat your cake. Can't eat your cake. So that should be pulling that out now. Good deal. All right. So yeah, if you don't have that's the biggest problem that I've seen so far with this portion of that thing, is that it will not do certain things unless you have a destination for something. So we're taking care of on that point. We should be good to go. At least I hope. We'll find out. I'll keep an eye on it. Put that key away, please. All right. So as a discussion, I think I said last episode that I was going to have to install chunk loaders, and then someone kindly commented to me that there are actually chunk loaders. So they require ender blocks, which are ender pearls, but otherwise, once you get ender pearls, steel plates and obsidian, it's not terribly hard. So that they can also be broken down into single chunk loaders, which are kind of like the little single spot loaders, and they can be upgraded to do bigger chunks and bigger and bigger and bigger chunks. My whole point is I want to be able to do the small ones. I want to do single chunks because we're going to be kind of playing around with various things. Now, I did kind of screw this mess up, and I built it over 3 chunks. So actually, I think I can probably get this one back. Where is it? Where are you? I can get you back because you're part of the same chunk this other one is. You have a shovel. Use it. Cool. That works for me for right now. So we can at least have a little bit of chunk loading going on and taking care of a few things. And for that matter, I didn't bother to look over here. Are these two in the same chunk? Yes. So I guess I only need one. So that's at least made life a little bit easier, better technically over here because I've been out doing a little bit of wandering around, as one can see, and we're going to have to talk about a few things. So I did go back to the nether, and this was just pure luck. I went downstairs and set up a nether little connection so that we can go to the nether when we need to, and then I went kind of just mined up a bunch of netherrack, and guess what happened to be in some of that netherrack. So first chunk ever, I think, for me, of ancient debris, so that's cool. It's going to sit right there until I have something else to do with it. So this little guy, I know we saw about it last time, I'm going to have to figure out whether or not this is just a functional thing or whatever. As far as I know, it's basically just a... just a minecart with a furnace in it. So, but it does require water. It does make steam, and it does work. So I was just kind of playing around with it, letting it going around and around and around in a circle, trying to figure out what I was going to actually do with it. It's not railcraft. It's not anything. I don't find a tool as far as things are concerned for it to connect to. I mean, there's this rail breaker, and it is part of that mod. I just don't understand what I'm supposed to do with it. We will probably play quite a bit with the transport mod once we get to that point, because there's going to be some decent distances that we may have to travel for various materials. So I did go mess around a little bit off camera, and I think it's right here is going to be the nearest chunk that has aluminum in it. And I know you're like, well, what do you need aluminum for? Or, aluminum's kind of one of those deals. Aluminum's just everywhere. Aluminum, as far as an ore spawn down in the actual mines, is very, very rare. It's like 1 and 2 per each, little ore vein compared to like iron and other things, even though technically IRL, aluminum is one of the most prominent, prevalent ores, period. So we're going to have to actually use a miner to do that. We're going to have to use an excavator to actually get enough aluminum so that we can build enough high voltage wires so that we can actually power this base. But is he up and ready to go? Yeah. Go around in circles for a little while. Or do we got to wait till the steam is all the way up? Okay. He's almost there. I'm going to have to play with this because it's really kind of, just these are the kinds of things I like in Minecraft when things do this kind of stuff. So it's either going to require to be pushing minecarts, or if there's a connectable thing kind of like Railcraft does or whatever it is, I don't know. That's going to be a later on thing. So go. 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 You got the steam. Go. What are you doing? You were working. You were working when I parked you. Am I missing something? Hello? Whatever, I'm not worried about it. We'll play with it later. That made a whole lot of sense. Whatever, I'm not worried about it. We'll play with him later. We'll let him do what he needs to do. Steam's backed up. Are you just broken or something? Or you need more water? I don't think you need any more water. You got the coal going. I have no idea. Whatever. Shut it off so it's not sitting here smoking for us. Okay, so what I do want to do today is I got a couple of projects I have planned and ready to go play with. And I know we've already kind of rattled on for a little bit, and you're probably looking at my inventory going, what the heck is all this stuff for? So let's kick our quest book open. And I want to go to becoming an engineer. So again, I said we needed to work our way this direction so that we can start doing some of this stuff. And one of these things that I really need to get after right now is a crusher. So I went ahead and crafted all of the parts for a crusher so that we can actually get a crusher set up. And that's going to get us a couple of things. So we'll go ahead and take those, and a cyanide ingot. Well, that's cool. Let's go ahead and put this away and that away and this away. And those seeds and a couple other things. We need to get a crusher going because I really, the small amounts of certain ores that I'm getting, we really, really need to be good with them. And we're not being very good with them. So I do want to try to make sure that we're taking care of these ores as much as we can, because if I have to manual mine everything for right now, I kind of don't want to have to continuously waste some of the materials. So I forget how this works. It's been a minute. Selection mode. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I want this. Check mark. Thank you. And then I want to rotate it. No. Rotate to mirror. Okay. Shift plus scroll up, down to rotate to mirror. Sneak, right click in air to change mode. So shift, scroll. I guess I'm just being too impatient with things. So where do we need to go? I want it. That's the wall. I want it one off the wall. And I think we wanted it right there. Is that where we wanted it? I think. Was that how we had that planned? Kind of something about like that? Yeah, because I want it to clear the wall. All right, so let's go ahead and get this built, because we need to start doubling our ores, or at least doubling the aluminum that I'm getting, along with some of the other ores that we're getting. So I'm going to build it this direction so that the power is right here. So that should be pretty simple. And one of those, go there. And then the scaffolding, or the fence, excuse me. What is this? Oh, okay. Well, it's just failing the thing. Whatever. It's not like I haven't built 100 of these things in my life at this point. Hey, put it down. Thank you. And the hoppers. Great. Now I got to get back up there. Thank you. Where's the fence? There it is. Okay, you should be happy, and all I should have to do is this one right there. All right, cool. Awesome. And then, cleared. Good deal. Get out of my life. All right, put you away, because I don't need you for right now, and I guess we're going to sleep. Okay, so we should be back. Good, we've got that ready to go. Where is our this with this? And I am out of connectors. Why am I out of connectors? I shouldn't be. Oh, because I went and did something. Hi. Oh, god dang it. That guy keeps scaring me. I built that market just for fun, and it's like... he scares me occasionally. Looks like a dang creeper. So those are low voltage HV, MV connector. Can we make a few of these, please? I have not yet put this in storage yet, have I? I should actually put those up there. Perfect. Thank you. Now we can do this. Do that, please. Make me a handful of those. Thank you. Wonderful. All right. Alrighty then. I need that point right there connected. Boop, and I am gonna just probably down and dirty this for the moment in time, because of the fact I don't have time to do it right now. So we'll put that to there, and then we'll put that to there. Now, we're not making enough power to run this thing continuously. At this point, we're not doing anything along that line, so I do want to kind of be careful with it. Again, we're just going to kind of use it to do some of the little things that we need to do. Like, I won't run all of that iron and some of this other stuff through it, but that 14 bauxite ore, yes, that's definitely something to put in this. Hey, get back up on top of the thing. Yeah, I know I probably need to go get a piece of I need to go get some kind of thing to put it in there too. So, hello, Mr. Friend. I haven't seen you in a while. Cool. Awesome. Great. Wonderful. Another thing I think I noticed, this. Where is it? That one. Goodbye. I love it. Once you figure out how to make them work, it's great. So cool. I'm glad that's in here. That's really, really, really necessary. So, all right, we got ourselves a crusher going. That means we're going to be able to get a little bit more of our ores, more productivity out of our ores, which is great. I actually need to go ahead and smelt that because, like I said, these things right here are aluminum is going to be a big part of our daily lives eventually. So it's going to be the thing that we're going to use to make other stuff, namely high voltage lines. I think that's the only thing I'm really going to be using aluminum for anyway. So, I mean, I do love the aluminum scaffolding. I use it a lot at that point in time, and there are things, but the majority of what we're going to be using it for is this recipe right here so that we can get these HV wires. Now, I think, did we get the other wiring in this, or is that even part of this mod anymore? Let me look real quick. Back to the front. Power wires, generators, lightning rod, things, basic wiring, power generation. It used to be, I know that might be an add-on. So yeah, we're gonna need to be just using that and being very careful with it, but that's fine. So alrighty, again, standing in the corner over here after a little bit of a little more preparation that I forgot I needed to do. Let's start on to the next part of today's episode. So I was looking through a few of the recipes that we're going to need to be able to kind of fool around with things. So one of which mainly was going to be that we're going to need a decent amount of slime or slime balls at this point to be able to actually craft some of the other things. What is this, I wonder? So slime balls, of course, you know, that's going to be dealing with slimes or farming slimes or building a slime thingy or do whatever. There's not a whole lot of different ways of getting it other than not a whole lot of different ways of getting it. There's about 3 ways of getting it as far as I can tell that we're going to try to be able to do certain things. And the reason why we need slime balls is for looking through refined storage. So let's see. Hit the right button and look at processor binding. So processor binding, you need to be able to put this stuff together so that you can make processors. So part of every single one of our processors, every single processor that we're going to build, as far as any part and piece of this technical mod, if we tend to use it, is going to require a slime ball and a couple of, well, a slime ball. It's going to require, well, 1/8 of a slime ball and string and whatnot. So we're going to get processor binding for that. I thought for just a second about doing pink slimes. Just a second about doing pink slimes. So pink slime is going to require a dissolution chamber with a little bit of pink slime and some glass. Now, that's not a big problem. It's something we could definitely work our way through, but I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do this in a little different fashion. Slime balls. I did not want that. Can you please click on the right thing? We want the green slime ball. Thank you very much. So slime balls are going to be something we can either do from Komodo dragon spit, which I'd have to find a Komodo dragon, or a horse hoof with water and bits of honey. Of course, this little thing. Jellyfish, which I think we could probably figure out a way to fish up, and I think we actually do have the means and the capability of fishing. I don't know how easy that would be. Purple jelly shroom caps, which I believe that's going to be coming out of the end, or bees. And there we go, down with the silly little line. We can get a slimy comb from a slime EB using a normal beehive kind of process, and because this is 1.16, that was introduced, I believe, in 1.16 was bees. So bees normally you would just use for getting honey and honey blocks and things and stuff, so you have another different type of deal, plus the honey is another type of food. And in this pack, we have the ability to use bees is the way that you used to use bees to make resources. So I believe it's called Productive Bees. Yes, Productive Bees is the thing I'm looking for at this point, and we get all kinds of different combs that allow us to do all of the silly little things that we usually do. And I'm not normally a huge fan of playing with bees. And the older bees, I really didn't care for them. They were just not one of my favorite kinds of things. This, I'm going to give it a try because of the fact that it's a new mod. It's something that was built around or based around an additional mob that's in the game. That's something it's been an idea around for a while. So what we're going to need to worry about, I think, and I've been kind of reading the book. I went and made the book, and then I've been reading again on how to deal with regular vanilla bees because it's one of those things I haven't actually sat down and fooled with them yet. period. So I did want to say that we're going to try to get into, again, the slimy combs so that we can make slimy combs. Slimy combs, you can use a centrifuge to get honey, or I should say, excuse me, honey, slime balls and honey. And you can use this honey in a bottler and a honeycomb to make either honey treats or things and stuff. Honey bottles is something we can eat or we can throw it away. One of the two. I believe actually I can probably craft some stuff like honey blocks into it. Not that I really think we're going to need it, but we can use it as a food source and we can use it as a couple of other things. Plus, I do believe we can actually use the honey that we're going to get as a fuel source for a generator. Whether or not we're going to play with that, I have no idea. What we need to do, though, is we need to get up and running with some bees. So I went ahead and found some slimy nests because of the fact that, you know, I knew exactly where they were. I mean, slimy nests is pretty simple. If it's going to be where I'm going to find slimes, where are you going to find slimes? Well, you're going to find slimes, generally speaking, in swamps. So I went down and hung out, I think, in this swamp and found a few nests. Now, these nests, I made sure there were bees in them. It says right on it, if I pop this down, he'll pop out and go looking for things and come back. But each one of those nests has a slimy bee in it. The thing is, these nests are useless to us in order to be able to produce anything. So what I did go do is I went to go ahead and wandered around and found some regular beehives. So regular beehives. This is a vanilla object. Regular old beehive here is something that you craft using combs and wood, basically. The thing is normally you would have a bee nest that you can then harvest. This little dude right here, this is actually out in the world. You can harvest that and get the stuff, or harvest the things that come out of it using either, I think it's shears or glass bottles or something like that. We're gonna have a lot of fun playing around with this mess because of the fact that we're going to need to be able to automate this in order to be able to do this. So bee nest is where you're going to get most of your stuff, which means you need to be playing with regular vanilla bees. And because I've been out wandering around and I've been looking in certain things in various chests in, come on brain, villages, you will find these sturdy bee cages, or you can craft them once you get a little bit of stuff. And I happened to be wandering around a village. Not only did it have a beehive in it of one of these types, but it also had two regular, normal, everyday vanilla bees wandering around outside it. So what I want to do today, I think, is we're going to set up a couple of things. These bee nests here can hold 3 bees each. So we're going to go ahead and, excuse me, plop down one of these so that we can get these other vanilla bees going. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do some messing around with these guys as well. So let's get a little bit of building materials, just a couple of things. It's not very big of a deal. And I want some glass. And I think I want a few other things too. So let's see. Dirt. We got a lot of dirt. Okay, and then we can go on and do a couple of things. So let's see here. I'm going to go out onto this side of the, I do need to build me a bridge, but we're going to go out over here, kind of about right where that thing is over here, I think. And this is going to be kind of the beginning of our industrial complex as far as training and shaping bees. So I do want to kind of back off the edge of the wall a little bit, and I think we'll probably figure on trying to center this a little bit. I don't really know how I want to do this exactly, but I do know that I want to kind of try to protect them and keep them reined in. So actually I need another couple of flowers. I wonder, see, the thing is I'm gonna play it safe, and we're gonna play with vanilla flowers for right now. I do know that they will interact with these bushes, and I know that they'll interact with a couple of things. And the goal eventually, especially with these guys here, the regular vanilla ones, and maybe the other ones for that matter, is we're going to build them into a greenhouse. But we need to breed them and get them to where they're functional, and I want to kind of try to do that in a rather controlled environment. So let's start. I'm just going to make sure this is all in one chunk, at least at this point, and then get rid of the lines. And kind of line out a few of these. Whoop, no. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I currently have 3 of these dudes. So let's see. Can we just not do this for now or whatever? And I want to, like I said, I kind of want to make them reasonably decent decently contained and be in the ability to be able to automate them so that they don't kind of get in each other's way. So we're going to do kind of like that, and we're going to take a nap. Okay, so let's go ahead and build this up a little bit in between them. Doesn't have to be this kind of this style or direction. Man, I really love that long reach. It's great. Give me that. I'm just going to bring a couple of things along. And the reason why I want to do this is I want to be able to, if I need to, automate this so that they can get in and get out of this or be able to lock them into these. For right now, we're going to just turn some of these other bees loose. And I think something along this line here, I want to make them decently tall. So we'll do something kind of like that. And reach. Yeah, you can reach it. I love it. Okay. Oop, yep. Give me that. Cool. And then let's do something nice, like maybe some logs here. And here. Kind of like so. And I really hate that guy. He's over there screwing around doing whatever. All right, so is that too tall inside? Yes, good deal. All right, so I do want to make sure that I'm going to be nice. They're going to have a skylight so that they can kind of see what's going on. And I think we're going to do about like that. And then we'll maybe just do something like this for right now. Don't really care. I'm going to be the only one ever looking at it after this is over with, so we're just going to kind of do something like that. So that way they can see the sun, or I can see them, and whatever I want to do with them. If they, like I said, if I want them to look pretty, we can look pretty, and then we can do something kind of like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and plunk one of these down in here, and I know they're going to get a single flower, and they're going to live in this hole for the rest of their lives. What I want to do first off is I want to take both of these guys, these ones that are in this sturdy case, and plunk them down in here and give them a place to live. Can I have my shovel, please? Thank you. So we've got 2 bees in there, and they should do their bee things. Oh, crap. Don't do that. They should do their bee things. Now, I'm setting that up specifically so that way, if I need to, I can come in there and lock them into that hole, either by pushing that block upwards with a piston, or we put a gate or something in there so that they can get in and out. And I'm just going to give them a little bit of space. Now, vanilla bees can only enter this through the front. I should say they can only exit the hive through this little spot right there. That's the only direction they can go out. And I believe with the slimy nests or these regular nests that we've got here, it's the same point. There's a little dot on the front of it, and that's the only direction they can go in and out of it. So I'm going to leave them in there. They're going to kind of play around. They're going to be in there for at least a couple of minutes, at least according to what I'm reading, and then they may come back out and they may pollinate a few things. I want to, I guess, plunk some of these down now that this is empty. And catch this guy. Okay, so he finally popped himself back in there, and it sounds like they're coming in and out. We're doing the work. Good deal. Let's plunk another one down and get this one up and put him in here. Like that, and then he'll kind of play around there, and then do this again. And you can go in here with your friend. How about like right there? And then we should have enough room in there for 2 of them, so get me some glass. Hey, back up. No, come here. Get back in there. Right there. Why are they so fat? No. That's your new nest. Thank you. Back up. Okay, cool. Now we should be good to go. Let me get rid of these. They're empty, and then we're going to put the last one in that hole if he wants to come out. Whenever he decides to come out. Hello? One thing I like about the modded bees is you can break their nest without having to worry about having silk touch or something else. So that means we should be producing combs at this point in both the vanilla type and the regular type. And I'm going to wait on this guy to come out. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. We'll just leave him sit right there for now. That's cool. And we're making 3 bees in there and 2 bees in there, and we've got 2 levels of honey. Now, I think all I got to do is something like this. Or is it this? Or maybe I got to wait till that's full. I don't know. Either way, we're going to let this run a little bit, and then I'm going to come back and see what you guys, see what they're up to. So, see you guys in a little bit. Okay, that works pretty good, actually. Sitting there watching them, they just sit right over the top of that flower and do what they need to do. So the last guy finally decided to come out. We got a couple of things going on now, and I'm just waiting on these to fill up, but this one is definitely filling itself up quite nicely. Okay, so technically, can I do this? Cool. And do I get a honeycomb? Or do I have to wait? I probably should have waited on that, huh? Excellent. That probably made them mad at me, didn't it? Ah, they'll calm down. That's fine. We need to, for that matter. That wasn't what was supposed to be in there. I was supposed to be getting regular... Get rid of that. We don't need it right now. I should have been getting regular stuff. I guess we need to smoke those guys out and make them happy again. So let's see here. I need to get some sticks. Let's grab some sticks and some wood. And where is my fire starter? Is it in here? No. Where's my fire starter? Thingy. That dude. Okay, cool. That's kind of the other reason why I wanted to build them into a little kind of a containment system like that. That way they can't get to me if I accidentally screw up like that. So, again, I'm learning. They should be calmer now. They walked away. They should be good. All right, so let's go ahead and make sure these guys are calm. So what is this? It's this, that, and that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, and then light that. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, and then light this. For now, I just want to keep them calm. Okay. Because that should have given us... That should have given me the things that I needed. I don't know. Let's see. Where are we? What are we doing? Where is our sleeping bag? We need to take a nap. Okay, so we're going to be playing with them a little bit to see what they do. They should come in and out of there now, I do believe. But, I mean... So, yeah, it's going to tell me what's going on and a few other things. Like I said, this is just all to see what's going on. We're just kind of playing around and testing with it and see what they do. I'm going to assume that they're probably going to not come out now that they're smoked. Maybe? Yep. Okay. Now that I understand that, that's how I get them back in and out of the thing. So cool. So you guys are going to sit there and produce your stuff. Nice. So what we're after really is not this, but the hive. What we're after is the modded version of the advanced beehive, which is going to require a beehive, a fire, and that means I'm going to have to craft a soul campfire for those. But I think... How many did we get out of that? 3? Now I'm kind of wishing I hadn't have done that. Let's do... Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on one of these guys to come back out of here, and we're going to break one of these hives and start working with the next step. Okay, one of them finally decided to go out, and I caught him, or at least the one on the end. I should have not have bothered to put him in there. But let's go ahead now and see what we can do about doing something with this one. So... I already have a few slime balls. That's good to know. Let's see. We need to be able to make the advanced oak beehive, which means I need a campfire, which should be a soul campfire, which we can build, right? Okay, and can I do this? What am I short? Oh, a pair of shears. I can do that. Amazingly enough, I think we have parts for that. All right, cool. Now this block has an interface. So we can actually kind of play around with this a little bit, and that's cool. All right, so let's get this set up. I'm going to have to kick out some of these guys over here, I think. But since I have this one bee in this container right now, I'm going to put... Oop. Seriously, give me the thing. Give me the thing. Go. And then if I put this guy's flower back down, and then I give him his house back, where did he go? He's in this one, and some glass. So I'm going to just, they're big fat fellers, so we're going to do that with them. And boop, and boop. And then what I'll do is I'll add a B or 3 as these need to go. So now I guess what I'm supposed to do here is I'm supposed to smoke it. Can we make a soul campfire? So, whoop. What did we get? Did we get something, or did it go the wrong direction? That's weird. See, I'm supposed to be getting... I'm assuming I'm supposed to be getting... What are we doing wrong? 1 bee. 2 glass bottles. Oh, that's lovely. Huh, I kind of figured that that would give us the stuff that we wanted. Did they get out? I don't think they did. It's kind of gross. And then you guys, if I do the, where is it? It's in here. Give me this. Okay, so that does work that way. All right, that's what I wanted to see. Beautiful, wonderful, awesome. Let's go make the little thing that we're going to use to make that work, and then we can end the episode. I know it's kind of a long one, but that is exactly what I wanted to see, at least for that part. So the next step, or the final step on that part, is going to be a centrifuge, I believe. Use up here where it's supposed to work, you know? A centrifuge is going to be a grindstone, which I can craft, and 2 pistons on 2, and a centrifuge go. Yay, and then that needs to have some power produced to it, so we may bring this over here and put it right there, but this is going to become part of the other process. This is going to become part of the other thing, so I should be able to put this in here, and then with some power, which I really need to start cleaning up the mess that is this room. Where do you suppose they want power? Can I put it on top? That would be amazing. Oh, wait a minute. It's got a thing on top. Well, we'll put it right here then. And will that reach and not get in the way? Cool. And that should produce slime balls for us. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It's a 50% chance? Oh, wow. Okay, hang on a minute. At productive. Do we have any other kinds of chance upgrades? Increase productive output of bees in hive. Multiple upgrades when installed for greater distance. When installed in the hive, it gives 5% chance for new baby to be spawned from the hive every time honey is delivered. I don't want that. No. Anti-teleportation. Well, I guess what we're going to do is we're going to get as many of these bees going as we possibly can because of the fact that they're going to be 50% chance, and we will work our way through it. It's nighttime, and we've got a few things going on. I'm going to hope that this kind of continues to produce, but I think in between episodes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go over there and try to breed a few of those bees and get them sorted out so that we can have as many of these nests as we can. So actually go ahead and make another one because we need another one, and I will see you guys in the next episode. I don't know where we're going to go. I don't know what we're going to do, but I think for right now, I'm going to have a little bit of fun playing with bees, maybe for a little bit. So see you guys later. Bye.